Hey guys, welcome to Yardy Belly's Kitchen. This is Candy, aka the wifey, and today we're going to do something a little bit different, a little bit out of the norm for us. And this is really an adapted video. This is a recipe that I actually saw, and I thought I would share it with our little community. You know, because we're just trying to step out of the box this year, 2016. Yeah, may I force him. 2016, it's all about being adventurous. So yeah, and we're trying to go healthy too. So that's also another motivating factor. So today we're gonna be doing a lasagna using spaghetti squash with spinach, and I'm using turkey mince to do that. So here we have a nice hearty looking squash, spaghetti squash.
Firing something.
And to be truthful, it's the first that we're going to be using this particular squash. We have, played around with different types of squashes and pumpkins, but this is the first time using this one. So I'm excited.
I tell her if I squash the squash, but she don't want to squash it. So I forgot to use the squash. What am I going to do now?
So we're just going to burst it in half.
Half long way,
yes.
Like so?
Correct.
Right. Now, folks, I've never tried to cut one of these before. If you're gonna do it, I'm asking that you be careful, because it's not an easy something for birth.
It's not an easy road.
Really? So be careful. Make sure it's on something that is sturdy. But you should chew me so very ostentatious. That a word? Ostentatious?
Not in this context, but it
I'm
is
so
a word.
very strong.
It is a word indeed. All right. Okay, so this is what it looks like, and of course we're gonna remove the, what you call that, the heart,
the seed part,
the inside. Get rid of all of that stuff.
So that the knife, the bowl forget this.
Yeah. So you just ox out all of the.
No, that's not a word. Ox is not a word. That's where we say in Jamaica. You cannot say that in foreign.
You creep it though.
You scoop.
Scoop. All right.
You scoop.
Scoop out
for all my American people. Why it smell bad?
Scoop out all of these things.
Smell bad, yeah.
For real?
Yeah. Not like how it smell.
Well, it's all about the taste. Don't worry about the smell.
So I'm trying to scoop as much as I can. Now I'm getting the reason why it's called spaghetti squash, because when you're working with it actually gets stringy. The string them. Yeah.
And it's even more noticeable after it's cooked. That's when you actually see the long
stringy. Or strongs, yeah. Let me use a fine word. Spaghetti like strongs.
Pieces.
You notice I can't talk in a foreign though.
Alright. Yeah, boss. So that's what he's doing. I mean, just taking out the middle part, the center part, so that we can work with the pumpkin. What is it? The squash.
Squash.
In its rustic state. Alright, so now that it is prepped, we're going to go ahead and get it ready to go into the oven so that we could roast it. Roast it or bake it for about 30 minutes to get it partially cooked. All right, so we're gonna put some olive oil on it or in it.
Not that much, but just to get it, nice. Yeah. And then we're going to put some salt, right?
Right, we're going to use some Himalayan sea salt.
Hold on, I'm going to wash my hands so my hands clean. Just spread the oil right around. Make sure everything permeate. Yeah. Because otherwise it will burn, You don't really want it to burn. You just want it to permeate nicely. And then you get the salt now. Normally we use a salt shaker, but That not that much, right? You don't need no
No,
whole
you don't need a
salt.
lot of salt because then everything else that you're gonna add in
It's gonna be having
is
salt.
gonna be flavorful already. So
All right. And you just put that in the baking tin, right?
yeah, so we have a glass baking dish here, and we're just putting them in and placing them in the oven. Okay, so the meat that we're using for this dish is ground turkey, and we have a pot here with some olive oil being heated so that we can cook our turkey.
And what you put in the turkey?
The turkey was simply seasoned, very basic. We put
Sure.
garlic powder. It just has some garlic powder, some complete seasoning, and some black pepper. And then I used some fresh seasonings, onions, garlic, and a piece of thyme. And that's it. We don't need to over season it. Yeah, so you just add it to the oil and allow it to fermentate. Good.
Wonderful. And with this, you just want to basically change it from being raw. So we're going to quickly stir fry it, sort of, saute, whatever the word is, And with turkey, it cooks very, very quickly, especially with it being brown, But we're going to add it up and sauce it up and make it into like an Italian style. But we're going to put our own little jerk vibes on it,
Yeah, there you go. Kick it up a notch.
Yeah.
Kick it up a notch.
Because it's supposed to be like saucy, right?
Yeah.
I'm saucy.
It's supposed to be very saucy because, as I said, it's a lasagna. So, lasagna have its nice layers of meats and cheese. And
Shut the little boy sing. Say, I'm saucy, and saucy.
I'm balling.
Yeah, when me lick him in ball. No, I'm gonna lick him. Cause fine with him. I do not hit my child.
Do not lick your child.
I talk very stern to him. And I tell he to behave himself. And he behave. Alright, it'll look good now. See if we can add some more ingredients. The first thing I'm gonna add is a little bit of my honey jerk dip, yeah? And I found this at a Caribbean store. It's Caribbean Savories Inc. I'm gonna big them up. Savor the Caribbean honey jerk dip, and it's very good, folks. It's nice and jerky, but it's not overly spicy. It gives a very, very good flavor. And them have this mango jerk sauce to where, may I tell you, say, you remember the one where you finished for me?
Me finish it.
Of course, everything she put it now. She's saucing. Smell it?
Smell it, of course.
Yeah. So what I told my wife is basically, folks, that when you go online and you see a recipe, even our recipe, you can adapt this to your own taste. You understand? Don't take any recipe as gospel. Every recipe out there is a template for you to work on, for you to use and create your own little spin from, Because everybody's flavor and taste is different. You get what I'm saying?
Get what I'm saying?
So that would be about a tablespoon of that jerk sauce. Now, again, you can use any jerk sauce you want. You can use the powder one. You can use the fresh one. As long as you get one jerk taste out of it. Let me put some garlic powder. Again, maybe another teaspoon of garlic powder. I'm a garlicky person. Remember, I don't know if I'm a vampire. Yeah. I have the teeth them feet, so.
Really?
Yeah.
Really?
And I'm using here some sun-dried tomato and olive bruschetta, and it's just like a tapenade, right? And I like
what now?
tapenade.
What is that?
It's Italian sitting where you put the bread, crostini bread, and them sitting there.
Oh.
But it add a little body and a little exotic flavor. It's just roasted Roasted
Okay.
pepper and them thing there. But if you have them thing there round and about,
Mm-hmm.
like when you are foreign, every now and then you get look of something where look nice-ish, you just add it, you see?
Is it?
Olive and them something, they make it body up, huh? Oh. And then, the last thing I'm gonna add is my tomato sauce. 1 can of tomato sauce. Now you can use ketchup, but ketchup too sweet. You don't want really to change the flavor of it. So yeah, tomato sauce. 1 can.
1 small can.
Yeah, not large can, small can.
Why? Oh, Lord. And you just fold it in.
Yeah. Now the
Looking
original
nice.
recipe did say that you have to use what is something named marinara sauce, but
Yeah.
no marinara sauce around here.
Yeah, because that's gonna just give it a spaghetti and meatball kind of
Yeah,
vibe, which we
yeah.
don't want.
We want it more oomph up a notch, you know. Yeah.
Scumpy.
I'm gonna put some soya sauce or something like that on it. Because you know we like our look at something little darker.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and as you can see, I did not put in any salt, any extra salt or additional salt. So, if we can find it,
What?
my soya sauce.
It's supposed to be in the door right there.
Okay. Oh yeah, I'm fine.
And it's low sodium soy sauce.
Low sodium soya sauce from Fusa or Fusia.
We got this from the original Chinese supermarket, right?
Yeah, from the Asian store.
Asian store.
Yeah.
Yeah, looking very colorful.
So
now.
this ready
Brown.
now. This ready now. The next step is gonna be to add it to the something. May I taste it, and if it tastes good, you know, you can adjust your little seasoning to your own taste. You know, like for instance, me that put little more green onions in it to make it. You know, me always like my thing pretty. So I put some scallions in it. You know, just to make it not look too
Yeah,
brown.
but because it's not really a finished end product, then it's not really necessary to garnish it like that.
Garnish that.
Nice.
All right. So the next step.
All right. So the next step in the process is to saute some spinach, and I'm using some extra virgin coconut spread, and I'm just adding some garlic to that to flavor the spinach.
Heat a little bit, a minute just to get a little nutty. We using the coconut spread because of the flavor we it give, and you know, the fact that it's healthier than butter, regular butter. All right, add it now.
All right, so I'm adding about 2 cups of spinach.
And you just want this to wilt. You just want this to wilt, folks, yeah? As soon as this come down, we're gonna lock it off. Yeah? Because we're gonna use this in the finishing final analysis. So this is good, right? Alright, lock off the stove. Okay, and now we're gonna prepare the squash.
All right, so here we have the completely baked spaghetti squash, and the next step is to just use your fork to
Try and hold it, yeah. You want me to do it?
I'll try.
You're
You just
getting it?
raking out raking is a term?
Yeah,
Give me the
Rake.
proper term. Yeah, just raking out all of the insides.
She's doing
And
the
as you
raking.
can see, it looks like spaghetti, hence the name spaghetti squash.
Use a big spoon.
And I'm just gonna scoop that out and place it in my bowl over here.
So she raking and placing. Raking and placing. All right, no, you don't lose the rakes. So use this first. Do the raking. And when you're done the raking, then you do the scooping. See? Raking and scooping.
Raking and scooping.
Raking, scooping. Oh, I like that song. Let's sing that one there.
Raking and a scooping, watching and a ooping.
Only that part there? What's here? The song no go The song no go
Yeah. So you don't have to rake out every last bit
yes,
of it because
everything coming
it's
out.
gonna go right back in there.
Yes,
So.
but we want to make sure that we rake out everything. Not leaving anything in there.
No stones unturned.
No unraking. Everything shall
And
be
that's a
raked.
mighty lot, eh? Look at that. And just a word of secret. This whole squash was only $2, guys. And this is dinner for a good 2 to 3 people. If you're not craving.
Well, the little boy craving, so.
He's not really interested in this anyway, so.
Kind of like the fast food thing. But
He
you know,
may
so we're
get
not
some-
giving them something there.
No,
Not
we
really
don't
eat
really.
fast
Mm-mm.
food. So.
He'll eat. He's good with that. He'll eat whatever you give him.
All right, so we're gonna do the next one, and then we move on to the next step. All right, so now we have that all done. We're going to just put in the spinach, and you can use more spinach. We just use a little bit, you know. Now I use that whole heap of spinach, like what the recipe called for. This is probably about a half cup of spinach.
Cooked.
Cooked.
2 cups uncooked.
And you can get the pre-cooked spinach, you know, the frozen one at the supermarket if you want. That's all on you. Alright, now we're gonna add some cheeses. Alright, we're gonna add some cream cheese. I'm gonna have a container here with some cream cheese. Oh, you measure this cream cheese, I know. About 2 tablespoons.
More than that.
About 2 or 3 tablespoons of cream cheese, maybe 4.
Mm-hmm.
Just put cream cheese till you hear a voice say don't put no more. Yeah? And make yourself comfortable.
Yeah, but it's all about your taste, you know. It's what is comfortable for you.
Right,
You
now
might
the,
not like it that
the
much.
recipe call for mozzarella cheese. And which other cheese again? Just mozzarella alone?
cheese and I think Parmesan.
Right, Parmesan. I'm going to switch up the Parmesan argument and I'm going to use a little panko breadcrumbs just to bring it together a little bit more.
We have Parmesan, but the powdered one.
They know that them one. Where Parmesan there?
He wanted the grated one.
Same thing. You grate up and it turn powder. I'm going to put some couple cubes of regular cheddar cheese in it. Because me is a guy where I like cheese. Not cheesy like cheesy too, but cheese as in, you know. So just put where you want. Yeah? And the idea behind this is to mix it nicely, you know. When this bake now you get a little you get some nice taste of the cheese just come up in your mouth, you know. Just, you know, yeah, set up and thing. And then we have some foreign cheese in Elementer, yeah, something like that. All right, which is a kind of Swiss cheese, and we grate that, and we have add that in it. You can use you can use any cheese where your mind tell you. All right, but this is a nice cheese. Let me show it. See it right here, so. Right, and it sell at Whole Foods. Yeah, so now all these cheese are melty cheese, so you're gonna get a nice melty vibe to it, you know. Yeah, see it look nice. It looks good. It looks very delicious, very delicioso. Yeah, may I put some black pepper, and where the bread comes there.
In the back.
In the back of, yes.
And the breadcrumbs is just to give it a little more body, right?
Yeah, because I want it thick up and nice. Yeah, and this is some garlic and herbs.
Herbs.
Yeah, herb. One herb, not herbies.
Garlic and herb.
Yeah, and herb right here. And with this, you don't really have to add no salt. I wouldn't recommend it. Yeah. And we're not using that much garlic and herb breadcrumbs. As I said, just a couple tablespoons. You don't want it to get too thick and too dense. Want it light and, nice, So,
Fluffy.
I like that. It look good to me. Just the black pepper, because we are Jamaicans.
I know.
I have to add really good
Black pepper not in it when I feel like cook.
Yeah, it not cook. So, and then we're gonna go on to the next step, which is to add this back to the shell. All right.
All right. So now it's the time for the final assemblation. Yeah, we're assembling it now to put it in the oven for the final baking to make it all gel together and come, together like a lasagna. So in the same shell that we scooped out the squash from, we're gonna put the mixture in, a layer of the squash towards the bottom. And you just spread that out evenly.
That one didn't want to stand up.
That's the first layer of the lasagna.
Yeah,
that's fine. If you want to sit down
It
or
a
lie
rock
down
serious
or
with me,
whatever you
you
want
want.
to do, stand up.
You don't want to stand up.
Alright, so the second layer is the meat. The turkey, ground turkey. Just place that on top of the squash mixture. Looks so pretty.
It's very intelligent. Very intelligent.
Pretty, man. Yeah.
You hear that? Yeah, folks. That's a craveness. That's a solid craveness right there. So. I know that yeah from anywhere.
Yep. Good to go. Alright, so you put another layer of the squash on top.
Hooey. That's a mild craveness now. Hooey.
Hi.
Wow.
Who never wanted it? Make this dish.
Well, I wonder about that dish. I'm going to tell you the truth because I say so much something we got to do. Jamaicans don't really like doing all over thing, We just want to cook a pot of food and it
That's
nice.
that's why we always draw for the good old rice. When all else failing and all for do just steam some rice.
Yeah.
But hey.
I'm going to try to lift it up because I want it set nice. Alright, we'll put another layer of meat now, right?
Yes.
Drop again. If I set them, just make sure so everything come out of the pot.
Okay, leave back a little. Because there's a little rice over there, if somebody don't really want this, then we can't eat the
Really?
rice.
Really? In my house in Jamaica, if you don't want to cook, you basically have to just struggle, You understand? That means you go to bed without no food. In foreign, people have options.
I know.
No options in my house when I grow up. You don't want in mackerel, you go to bed with nothing. I still try to fix that one. So bear with me, folks. And then the final layer is this. Plus I put me since me have it here, That makes no sense we keep it. Yeah.
What a piece of
Once again, folks.
Yeah, the belly kitchen.
You just have to just, try working the layers them. My hand wash.
And I could see myself making this with a lot of different things. You don't have to use this. You can use potato.
You can use sardine.
You can use sweet potato. Whoa, you can use bully beef. AKA corned beef.
Or tin mackerel, AKA dirty girl.
Yeah, we'll do a version.
Alright, so again, you can see me overpile it up. You know, but we have a good idea. The last two things I'm going to do now is put a little bit more of the breadcrumbs on the top. Of both of them. B-O-A-T, boat. And then what now?
The trees.
Then we have grated so a little bit more of the cheese.
A combo of both.
Little cheddar and little of the other one, the foreign name one.
The Emmy, whatever one.
The Emmy cheese. Elemental cheese. And just gotta add it to the top. When you grate it, it's hard for it all. Like a mash up. But you just do your thing. Do your thing. You see? And then this goes back into the oven. And what's the temperature of the oven?
350 is good for the finishing. 350. But we had for the baking of the actual squash, we had it all the way up to 450.
We had it to the highest denominator.
And we baked that for like 45 minutes.
We had it up to the highest denominator. And so this is going to go in the oven now, and that you're going to see the finishing when we're done.
Yaga yaga yow! This is the finished plating. Very nicely presented. Looks awesome. And I love how the top look very nice and crusted and golden brown. And you just eat it exactly like this out of the shell. So this will be like a bowl.
Although that's too much for one person.
It's a lot for one person, because you can use smaller squashes if you want, but this one is actually a large one. So yeah, in our case, we're gonna probably cut it in half and share it for both of us.
I just scoop out what I want and eat, and then dash out the shell.
Or just eat out of it together like lovebirds.
Yeah,
Who
but
knows?
this is what you call this again?
This
spaghetti
is
squash
spaghetti squash lasagna with spinach
and turkey and ground turkey.
and ground turkey.
Yeah, Yardie Belly in a foreign. Remember to subscribe, on YouTube, Yardie Belly. You can search for me on Facebook, Yardie Belly in a foreign. And remember my food truck dream, GoFundMe.com/Yardie Belly. Because we try own a food truck, we try say we could present dishes like these on the road. So in your neck of the wood, you can come over and get some food. You see?
Yep. That's what it is. But alright guys, so thanks for sticking and staying with us today. It's kind of a long video, but as usual, we appreciate you and we love you. And until next time.
Toodaloo.
Peace.
Peace. Joshua say yaga yow.